Just a reminder, but they're real good about it. It says on the box, it even says on these shells, smooth bore only, no rifled barrel, smooth bore only, no choke. And with any rounds, you want to make sure that they run reliably, whether it's your handgun, your shotgun, your home defense weapon, whatever. And I will say, every round we fired today out of the G2 research rounds, whether it's a 9mm or the 40, and we're getting ready to try out the shotgun. I have not shot the shotgun yet, but all of them has fed reliably and had no feeding issues. But anything you see today, you want to still check out with your gun. Results may vary due to the length of barrel. This is a Benelli, but this will probably perform similar to your Mossberg, to your Remington 870. But still, do your own homework, do your own research. Make sure you never ever want to try any round or any gun as carrier home defense that you've not tried that gun with that round. So we're getting ready. The moment you've all been waiting for. At least I have them. My wife told me these rounds come in today. I just couldn't hardly stand it. I couldn't wait to get out here. Again, we got the pink duct tape, 2 layers of denim on the front, 2 layers of denim on the back. But between the denim and the water jug is pork ribs. Pork ribs on the front, pork ribs on the back. This will simulate clothing, bone, flesh, and then water. So this is a page out of Paul Harrell's book. So we're going to try it, see how it performs. Here's the initial shot. Now I just shot once with the shotgun. I didn't do 2 like I did with the handgun rounds. But you can see some pork splatter. I mean, look at that. Of course, had no problem with the bag here either. That was a 303 grain projectile. Me and my wife were just for fun, we was gonna guess how many water jugs it would go through. I said it would go through 3. She said it would go through 2. She was right. Here was the jug that we had wrapped up in the denim. Here's the back pork rib. And you're not going to believe this. Here's the projectile. I thought it went through 2. It didn't. It hit this first jug hard enough to poke a hole. Here's the round. Look at that. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It stopped in that rib. Look at there. Here's the second jug. I thought she was right, but I'm going to have to say it did not go in the second jug. It hit it. Of course, she was closer to being right than I was, I'll admit. But look at here. It actually hit it hard enough to stop it. And that kind of force out of a 300 grain bullet with no pass through. Again, this is just an entertainment video. We do not, every situation is different. We cannot tell you what's right for you. But if you have a shotgun for home defense and you're worried about over penetration, this is amazing. That much force, that much power. Now, I'm going to give it an honest review, the best of my ability, and I will tell you this, the 9mm had very little felt recoil. It really did. The 40 was about average. Now, this did seem like it had some pretty heavy recoil. I'm going to shoot it again. Nothing unmanageable. It was still less than like a turkey loader 3-inch Magnum, but I will say it felt, it's hard to tell with one round, but just real quick, it felt more than birdshot, and I'd have to try it again side by side, but it felt a little bit more than a normal slug or a double-aught buck. So you may want to try it before you, like I said, you always want to try it before you run it in your home defense shotgun. But the felt recoil was pretty good, but the results speak for themselves. Again, we had all those jugs lined up just in case, but let's try it again in a bigger jug of water and let's see what happens. We're on the range today, so please bear with any cows you hear in the background. The fence is down. Cows got over into my dad's place here. Don't worry, the cows are way over there. We're not endangering any of the cows, but one was bawling there. So if you hear that, it's what it is. But anyway, this was for 10 yards. It's what the email and kind of what their range is for. So you got to understand this is for home defense. This is not your deer slug round that you're going to be shooting 60 yards. This is just for home defense purposes. And you say, well, 10 yards, that's 30 feet. I've got a 30-foot hallway. If it's 5 or 6 feet either way, it's not going to make that big of a difference. But what I'm saying, if you have a 30-foot hallway, that's measuring it from one end to the other with a tape measure. If you stand with your back to it, you look how much closer you are, and that perpetrator's not going to be standing with his back to that wall, so you still got plenty of range for home defense. We're just going to try a big water jug here and just see how it works. I'm going to aim a little bit low because we didn't get the water jug completely full because no water source close to the top of the hill here. So let's try it, see what happens. The handgun ammo, it met my expectations, it really did. It done what I figured it would do. They're great rounds. I have nothing but good to say about them. But I'm telling you, hats off to this. Did you see that? That was absolutely awesome. And it didn't hit no other jug. I mean, it knocked them off. But look at this. And I know we probably got a couple people's going to say about penetration. But what I'm telling you is that kind of a force is going to be lethal. You don't have to have 32 inches of penetration for something to be lethal. If you're in your house, you've got neighbors close by, you don't want an extreme pass through that you're worried about, this is amazing. This is amazing. You can see it almost, I might be able to recover, but here's where it went in. And I don't think it came out. I really don't. To be honest with you, this is a car soap. This is an auto bomb. So I may make a mess doing this, but I'm gonna see if I can recover anything. Oh, I hear something. I was gonna say it's gonna be kind of maybe hard to find with all the, there's the, let's see. I hear some rattling in here. It's gonna be hard to find with all this car soap. If I can get the lid off. Oh yeah, I can see the fragmentation down in there. Hopefully I can get them out here for you. That lid's on there pretty tight. My hands are wet. I'll tell you what, so I don't make a fool of myself, we're going to cut the camera off, then I'll get the lid off, then I'll show you what results we have. These are the fragments we recovered. G2 Research was named right. You can tell they put a lot of research, time, energy. Again, I'm not a paid spokesman. I don't work for the company. I'm not a stockholder. I've just showed you the results, and I am extremely impressed. These are amazing. They put a lot of time and energy into this, and a 300 grain bullet projectile, a little more, that fragments and dumps its energy into the intended target. I mean, this is amazing. I really enjoyed this today. Appreciate them. Hope you'll go and check them out. We're going to maybe shoot a couple more rounds, and let's see what happens. Now, off camera, I tried to get her on camera. My wife's shy. I begged for a long time for her to be in a video, maybe one day. But off camera, she shot the shotgun with the G2 Research round, and she said it felt like a turkey load, every bit of it. She said the recoil was pretty strong, but she said if somebody was breaking into her house, it was nothing that she'd have a problem with, nothing that she couldn't manage. So there is some felt recoil, but it's not nothing that, if you're a turkey hunter, 3-inch Magnum, I would compare it. I thought it was maybe a little bit below that, but I just shot it once. She said it's probably equal. So this is just for kicks and giggles. I'm just going to try that big wood target there, part of a post. It's already got one hole in it. Let's see if we can punch another hole in it. Now, off camera, I tried to get her on camera. My wife's shy. I begged for a long time for her to be in a video, maybe one day. But off camera, she shot the shotgun with the G2 Research round, and she said it felt like a turkey load, every bit of it. She said the recoil was pretty strong, but she said if somebody was breaking into her house, it was nothing that she'd have a problem with, nothing that she couldn't manage. So there is some felt recoil, but it's not nothing that, if you're a turkey hunter, 3-inch Magnum, I would compare it. I thought it was maybe a little bit below that, but I just shot it once. She said it's probably equal, so this is just for kicks and giggles. I'm just going to try that big wood target there, part of a post. It's already got one hole in it. Let's see if we can punch another hole in it. Check this out. Looks like some of the fragments hit here. I want you to look at that. Look at that. I didn't think it would penetrate that, and it sure did. Look at that. That is unbelievable. I may shoot this again. Let's try this. Let's set this up and let's try this again. Here we are. We're going to try it again. I'm going to shoot a little bit lower this time through the wood. I'm going to get a little bit closer a shot when I get done with this. One of these rounds, there's actually two projectiles. There's like one that fragments and then more of a solid piece. You get the best of both worlds. And again, this isn't a long range round, strictly for home defense, but let's check it out. Let's see what happens. You can see right here, this is where the entry point. We did not have a pass through. This is the rounds from earlier. This is the last round, but it busted this wood. There's a whole lot of force here. Hats off to you guys at G2 Research. Thanks for all your time, effort, and that's what one of the emails said. You know, he actually cared about people, wanted people to be safe, wanted them to have a good, safe round. And when you take passion and skill and research and you come up with rounds like this, and like I said, this is not a paid endorsement. I know I've said that, but I can't stress it enough, because I don't want people to think, oh, they're paying you while you're saying that, or, oh, you know, I'm telling you, I have no reason to lie to you. I'm just a small channel. We don't claim to be professionals. We don't claim to be anything except we care about you too. We want you and your family to be safe. We enjoy this channel. We enjoy the great outdoors, and hats off to G2 Research. I'm going to have my wife shut the camera off here, and I'm going to show you one of these rounds up close. I did it at the house, but I want to get you a little, my camera's good enough to see the side view. These things are amazing. We got the wood split open. We don't have the best camera in the world. It's my cell phone, but if you see that, that is the round embedded into that wood. Busted it wide open. Now she can zoom back out. You can get the full view. That's it there. Get a good look, and then I want to show you this up close. Like I said, this is my cell phone we're doing this with. When she gets zoomed in here, you see the top piece and the bottom piece. One's the solid projectile that you've seen, I think it was in the first meat target, and then those projectiles that fragment behind it, those, I'm sorry, the fragmenting is the first one, I believe, and the fragmenting, the top, is what you've seen in the big water jug that we fished out, and this big round piece on the bottom is the round that was lodged in the first meat target you've seen. So you see there's two separate projectiles. They may be bonded together, but you get what I'm saying. And these are just absolutely they're phenomenal. I can't express the joy I've had today and how much I think. And then there's the end of it here. I don't know if you can tell that. And then you can see the grooves in it where they fragment. Really neat round. 12 gauge. Great option for home defense. We want to thank G2 Research for all their kindness, for all their support, for all their hard work, and just allowing this to happen today. If you get a chance, we don't really ask you for anything on this channel. We don't have a Patreon account. We don't have anything to sell you. But just for their kindness, I'm sure they'd really appreciate it if you go to g2rammo.com and check them out. You can find any of the handgun rounds you've seen today. There's other calibers they've got. They've even got some rifle rounds. They've got the shotgun rounds you've seen today. Please check them out. And you know, a lot of people will say about, well, these are pricey for self-defense rounds. Well, you got to understand, $50 for a box of ammo, or you know, a box of these shotgun shells. Well, people say, well, that's pricey. The thing of it is, you and your wife will spend that at one night going out to eat. You'll spend $100 on dinner and a movie and gas to get there. So these aren't something you're going to take out and shoot 50 rounds at the range. These are something you're going to buy, you're going to run through your shotgun, you're going to make sure you're able to shoot them, that you're accurate with them, and then you're going to keep them for in the horrible event that you have a home defense and need them. So it's really, the way I look at it, it's an investment. And it's the same thing with any gun that you use, or you plink with whatever, you hunt with what you do with whatever, but when it comes to yourself, your family, your loved ones, protecting yourself, your home, can you really put a price on something that's going to get the job done for you? And again, they didn't pay me to say this. I'm just telling you how I feel. I would never tell you to do anything that I personally would not do, or I would not do with my family. I'm telling you, home defense, I would run those all day, every day, and feel totally confident with my family and friends, especially if you're looking for a round that's got a lot of power, that'll get the job done, with close neighbors by that you don't want to have pass-throughs through walls and a long range off. These are close range, close quarters, designed just for home defense, and I think they'll serve you well. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate your patience and kindness for all my, like I said, my stuttering and stammering hillbilly accent. But if you get a chance, you like what you see, like, subscribe, please share with your friends. I've got a Facebook account now. It's the Kentucky Patriot. We're on Facebook. Love to have you come and join us. All my friends, family, everybody that's ever commented, been a help to the channel, may God bless you. G2 Research, if you see them at the NRA Convention SHOT Show, give them a shout out. Tell them thanks for helping the Kentucky Patriot out. Appreciate you guys. May God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot, signing off.